Hi everyone, welcome back to Bible in a Year. My name is Natalie, and we're going to start reading the Bible cover to cover beginning January 1st, 2023, and read all the way through until December 31st, 2023. I am starting the channel early so that people have a chance to find us. If you would please subscribe, like, and share, I would really appreciate it. So I was thinking we're coming up on Christmas, maybe a couple more weeks, and I wanted to kind of play with the different Christmas stories that are written in the Bible. There are Christmas stories in the Old Testament that were prophesied by many different prophets, and then there are accounts in the New Testament, and it's really just sprinkled. Christmas is sprinkled all over through the Bible. So I just thought each day maybe we would kind of look at each story. Each story has its own flavor. For example, the one we're going to read today is Matthew. And Matthew does not speak of the angels coming to the shepherds in the fields. I'm so disappointed. I love the shepherds because they get to play with lambs. So anyways, Matthew, we're thinking it was written sometime maybe 50 years after Jesus rose from the dead. Could have been maybe 60 years later. And there are some accounts that are even suggesting 70 years later. It is believed that Matthew did write the book of Matthew, but there is a little bit of dispute going on whether he wrote the entire book of Matthew or if Matthew gleaned off of Mark's information. And then there's another theory out there that Matthew and Mark wrote Matthew together. And just a fun fact, the name Matthew means gift of the Lord, which I just find so sweet. Matthew is one of my top 5 favorite books. It might even be one of the top 3 favorite books. If you're looking for just a book to read during this Christmas season, I would suggest the entire book of Matthew. It's just written beautifully, and it's so easy to understand. There isn't a lot of poetry where you have to figure things out. It's just a really beautiful book. So when we begin in Matthew 1, it is an entire genealogy of Jesus Christ, who came from the son of David and the son of Abraham. And that was prophesied from the very, very beginning. And so Matthew is very clear to put this genealogy in there. And while the names are really hard to speak, and it can be very, very dry, it's really important to read each and every line and each and every name, because a lot of the names will be very familiar from the Old Testament, and it's just evidence that Jesus is the Son of God, as promised. So then one thought is we have to remember that Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, they're writing the account of Jesus' birth. Obviously, they were not there. So they are simply documenting what they have been told, probably through Jesus's brothers and sisters, and maybe Jesus's friends, most likely, definitely his mother Mary, and so, anyways, this isn't Matthew speaking of, okay, this is what I saw. This is them just making sure to document everything. So after he goes through the whole genealogy, We're going to skip through and start at chapter 2. This is Matthew chapter 2. Now when Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of King Herod, behold, wise men from the east came to Jerusalem, saying, Where is he who is born King of the Jews? For we saw his star in the east, and have come to worship him. When King Herod heard it, he was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. Gathering together all the chief priests and scribes of the people, he asked them where the Christ would be born. They said to him, In Bethlehem of Judea, for this is written through the prophet, You, Bethlehem, land of Judah, are in no way least among the princes of Judah. For out of you shall come a governor who shall shepherd my people Israel. Then Herod secretly called the wise men and learned from them exactly what time the star appeared. He sent them to Bethlehem and said, Go and search diligently for this young child. When you have found him, bring me word, so that I may also come and worship him. They, having heard the king, went their way, and behold, the star which they saw in the east went before them until it came and stood over where the young child was. When they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceedingly great joy. They came into the house and saw the young child with Mary, his mother, and they fell down and worshipped him. Opening their treasures, they offered him gifts, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Being warned in a dream not to return to Herod, they went back to their own country another way. And then it continues on. So in the book of Matthew, this is the first account of Jesus' birth, Christmas Day. Of course, our calendar year, it probably is not on December 25th. I haven't really jumped into that because it doesn't matter to me. It really doesn't matter to me if he was born on December 25th, July 2nd, November 20th. It doesn't matter. We celebrate it on December 25th. And for Matthew, this is his account of his documentation of Jesus's birth. So I hope you have a wonderful day today. And tomorrow we're going to see what Mark says about Jesus's birth. I think, from memory, Mark is the one with the shepherds, so I might be in a better mood. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.